is a common view that your office is using all available means effectively to keep crypto out of the mainstream financial system through enforcement, accounting rules, inspections.
So here's what happened. Kraken to discontinue unregistered offer and sale of crypto asset staking as a service program and paid $30 million fine to SEC. So Gary basically came out and told Kraken that they can't offer staking rewards anymore, and because they're not in compliance with some of their disclosure agreements and some other regulatory forms. So what they're trying to do is basically throw anything at it and see what sticks. And I'm not the only one that kind of disagrees with their decision. I'm far from agreeing with any of the centralized exchanges, but I think it was a bit of a hit to the crypto market in general. And one of the major thing to note is that the SEC chair commissioner actually also disagreed with the decision. So here's Commissioner Hester Pierce and what she thought of this idea or this decision. So if you go to the SEC's website, she basically says that today's SEC shut down our Kraken staking program and counted it as a win for investors. I disagree and dissent. And she explains here actually very clearly that Kraken operated through a service which offers customers tokens up for staking. The customers earned returns. The company earned a fee. The commissioner argues that staking programs should have been registered with the SEC as a security offering. Whether one agrees or not, the fundamental question is whether the SEC's registration would have been possible. In the current environment, crypto-related offerings are not making through SEC's pipeline. So even if they would have started the process, it wouldn't have gotten through their pipelines anyways. And it's the program. It's more interesting how they're trying to do basically whatever they can to throw at the crypto market and see what sticks and how they can create more headaches for the crypto market in general. Here's an interesting way of how she analyzes this approach. A paternalistic and lazy regulator settles on a solution like the one in the settlement. Do not initiate a public process to develop a workable registration process that will provide valuable information to investors. Just shut it down. So this was her way of basically poking fun at Gary Gensler's basically settlement with the Kraken exchange. So, when your own colleagues disagree with your decision, when you don't have a clear path forward, when you haven't established a system where some crypto assets or crypto exchanges can come in and register with you, then what can you genuinely expect from the market or these risk assets to come in, register, or even follow that process? But to unfairly sideline them and punish them just to set up a precedent is I don't think it's going to go anywhere, especially if your idea is the the crypto assets and the crypto exchanges to stay within the United States and follow our regulations. It's better to have those regulations for them. It's better to have systems in place for them to be able to register these securities and have these uh, exchanges operate within the banking system and operate by the law that you have outlined. I think that's a better approach rather than just punishing them and trying to set up precedents and protect banks in any way possibly. Because ultimately, what these exchanges are doing is taking money out of these banks because people are staking with these exchanges rather than keeping their money with banks. And I think that's it, you know, it sounds maybe as a far-fetched idea, but I would not put it past banks that they're trying their best to protect their investments and protect big banks. But so that's what's happening. We have a big week coming up in economic calendar starting Monday. I don't think we really have anything on Monday. It's just New York Fed 1 year inflation expectation. I don't think that's going to move the markets very much. But next week we have the consumer price index, the core CPI. We have the CPI year over year. I think it has the tendency to move markets. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll go ahead and take a look at some charts. So when SEC basically announced their decision over the weekend, actually on Friday, uh, the markets overall did not take that well. Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins all kind of dumped. As I was expecting that it's going to test that area, it's coming close to testing that area, but I think it's holding pretty well with current macro events of tightening, with SEC all out war, with everything, the fear of recession and everything, and it's still holding that 250 EMA. I expected it to not be actually holding so well. So it's kind of encouraging to see that. But we'll still watch, see just that 250 EMA and see how it acts around that. See if it holds at a support, especially if markets open and the risk assets are dumping, or the just general QQQ and SPY is going lower. Then I could see how crypto assets can just follow that direction. But if crypto assets hold, besides the fact that the rest of the market's going down, I think that's definitely a positive sign. It's just a sign that investors have more confidence than we think. And the fact that there's so much bad news around crypto, the fact that FTX happened, the fact that Gary's going all out war, the fact that there's fit tightening, the fact that there's fear of recession, and for Bitcoin to hold around that area, I think it's definitely a encouraging sign. So just be on the lookout. Watch that 250 EMA, see what happens, and then I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.